स्थेमभङ्गादिलीले विनतविविधभूतौ रातरक्षैकदीक्षे श्रुतिशिरसि विदीप्ते ब्रह्मणि श्रीनिवासे भवतोऽपरस्मिन् शेमुषी भक्तिरूपा यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्मं व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये वन्दे वेदान्तकर्पूरचामीकरकरण्डकं रामानुजार्यम् आर्याणां चूडामणिमहर्निशम् चिदचित्परतत्त्वानां तत्त्वयाथार्थ्यवेदिने रामानुजाय मुनये नमो मम गरीयसे एधतां यतिराजस्य साम्राज्यं सर्वतोमुखं यत्र सम्पत्कुमारोऽपि युवराजपदास्पदं श्रीमत्यै विष्णुचित्तार्य मनोनन्दनहेतवे नन्दनन्दनसुन्दर्यै गोदायै नित्यमङ्गलम्। First of all, I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of Sadguru Swamiji and my humble pranams to all the persons who are assembled here. In fact, I am extremely happy to deliver this keynote address. Many a times it happens like this. The person who delivers the keynote address need not go deep into the subject matter. On the other hand, if he knows something about that, it is okay. Probably the same thing happens to me also, I suppose. When I was teaching in Bangalore University, I used to tell people, if you study Sanskrit MA, you know something about Sanskrit, not Sanskrit. In the same manner it happens here. In fact, Ramanujacharya always thought of three things. So that could be ascertained from Sutta Prakashika, which is an outstanding commentary on Sri Bhashyam, authored or recorded by Sudarshana Surya, I will say like that. In Sutta Prakashika, we come across a very good statement, very interesting statement. Pramanancha, Prameyancha, Pramatarascha Satvikaha, Jayantu Kshapitarishtam Saha Sarvatra Sarvada. Sutta Prakashikacharya says that Pramana should thrive properly, Prameya should thrive, and Satvikaha Pramataraha should thrive. So he has qualified Pramataraha with the word Satvikaha. When I think about this particular word, I always think of Rasagangadharakara, Jagannatha Pandita Raja, who mentions about a beautiful statement. A shloka is given, Nishnatopicha Vedante Vairagyam Naiti Durjanaha Chiram Jalanidho Magnaha Mainakaiva Mardavam. Probably a person may be soaked in Vedanta. In spite of that, he will not get any renunciation or any such thing. It is very difficult to get renunciation. Vairagya is very difficult to get. So while he says Pramataraha Satvikaha, he wants to say those who have renounced the world, who have got Jnana, Bhakti and Vairagya, etc., such persons are called Sattvika Pramatara. Without going into the details of Sattvika Pramatara, I will say a few words about Pramana and Prameya. The main purpose of the incarnation of Ramanuja was to protect the Pramanas and also protect the Prameyas. So, how to take care of the Pramana and how to take care of the Prameya he was thinking of. I belong to the family of Ananda Alvan, who was called Anandan Pillai, who was born in Kirangur near Srirangapatna in Melnad, and I belong to that particular family. So while we think of Ananda Alvan, what Ramanuja did was, he asked him to go to Tirumala and offer Pushpa Kainkaryam to Lord Srinivasa. So that means you do Pramaya Kainkaryam rather than Pramana Kainkaryam. So he bade him to do that. And very interesting thing is, he was born in Chittirai Masam in Chitra Nakshatram, as it happens in the case of Nadadur Ammala also. He was born on the day of Chitrai and Chitra Nakshatra. So from that point of view, I see there are two important things which are emerging. Anandalvan offered so much of Kainkaryam, or he protected the Prameya going to Tirumala, and without Anandalvan there is no Tirumala even today. In the same manner, if we think of the Pramanas, the outstanding Pramana is the Brahma Sutra Bhashya of Ramanujacharya, Sri Bhashyam. And if Sri Bhashyam has to be protected, if there is any Kainkaryam with regard to Sri Bhashyam, it has to be done by Nadadur Ammal only, who was also born on the Chitra Nakshatram of Chitrai Masa. So from that point of view, the responsibility of Nadadur Ammal was very great. He is an outstanding personality, and he is the grandson of Nadadur Alvan as expressed just now. And it seems Ramanujacharya had entrusted the responsibility of taking care of the Pramanas to four important disciples. One was Kuruttalvan, another was Madli Andan, then Kadambi Achan, and the fourth one is Nadadur Alvan, who was the grandfather of Nadadur Ammal. So, such is the responsibility entrusted with this particular family. And I think Nadadur Ammal has ably discharged the responsibility which was entrusted to him. Now, I want to say a few more things about Nadadur Ammal, and particularly his contribution to commentary tradition. In fact, when I was the director of the Academy of Sanskrit Research, I had organized a seminar on the Sri Vaishnava commentary tradition. I am not discarding other commentators who are not Sri Vaishnavas. On the other hand, I want to say Sri Vaishnava commentary tradition is unique, and the commentators are also unique. Especially when you study Sri Bhashyam, and also when you study Bhagavad Vishayam, you can understand the tradition which is followed by these people. In fact, according to Sri Vaishnava tradition, there are two outstanding commentaries in this world. That is Bhagavad Vishayam, which is called Edu Muppattarayirapadi, and the other one is the Shruta Prakashika commentary, which was, according to me, which was authored by Nadadur Ammal only. Because in Shruta Prakashika, Sudarshana Bhattaraka very clearly says, Gurubhyo Arthaha Shrutaha Tat Prayuktaischa Shabdaihi Yojitaha. Gurubhyo Arthaha Shrutaha. First I heard all the expositions from my Guru, and then I used the same words and I have authored this particular comment. That means it is the commentary of Nadadur Ammal only, not Shruta Prakashika Acharya, according to me. Many times I ask the question to some of the students, so is Shruta Prakashika Acharya great or not? He was just like a tape recorder who recorded everything, whatever his teacher said. So what is his contribution? If you think on those lines, probably Shruta Prakashika is the outstanding commentary which was given by Nadadur Ammal only, not by Shruta Prakashika Acharya. And my feeling is, there cannot be any other commentary like Shruta Prakashika, because it is such a wonderful commentary, and it runs into 36,000 granthas. 36,000 grantham irukku. Padi inchulva, Edu 36,000 padi, this one is also like that. I have come across I have heard of a great scholar called Lakshmipuram Srinivasacharya, who was a contemporary of my grandfather, who was called Tarkatirtha Mahavidwan Lakshmi Tatacharya. So, that Lakshmipuram Srinivasacharya Swami was appointed as a librarian in Mysore University. While he was working as a librarian in Mysore University, he studied all the Sanskrit works available in that university library. He was appointed as a librarian. After studying all those things, he wrote a book called Manameya Rahasya Shloka Vartika. It is called Manameya Rahasya Shloka Vartika. Because I have studied all the books, either they deal with Pramanas or they will deal with Prameyas. So, Sarvam Padartha Jatam Pramana Prameya Bhedena Dvidha Abhinam. That's what Srinivasacharya says in his Yatindra Matadipika. So, from that point of view, everything falls under two things, mana and meya, or pramana and prameya. So, after studying all the books, whether it is Advaita or Vishishtadvaita, Advaita or Buddhism or Jaina, whatever it is, all the things ultimately boil down to two things. Sarveshameva vadanam atraiva nistaraha. Prayashaha sarveshameva vadanam atraiva nistaraha. That's what Lakshmipuram Srinivasacharya says. Ultimately, all the discussions boil down to two things, namely dharma and dharmi. What is the attribute? What is the substantive? So, according to Buddhism, the dharmi may not be there, only dharma is there. According to Advaita, dharma is not true, only dharmi is true. So, according to Vishishtadvaita, dharma, dharmi, both of them are acceptable. And then there are so many other discussions also. What is the relationship between dharma and dharma? It may be abheda, or it may be bheda, or it may be tadatmya sambandha, or it is apratak siddhi sambandha, etc., etc. So, from that point of view, what Lakshmipuram Srinivasacharya says is, all the Shastras ultimately boil down to these two things, namely dharma and dharmi. So in Sutta Prakashika, according to the explanation given by Nadadurammal, one particular thing is discussed. These Vishishtadvaitins always mention about Savishesha. Savishesha Vishayatvat Sarva Pramananam, that's what Ramanujacharya says in his Sri Bhashya. In fact, there appear to be there are two schools. Ranganatha Brahmatantra Parakal Swami, who was in Mysore and who trained three Varadacharyas, namely E.S. Varadacharya and also K.S. Varadacharya and S.M.S. Varadacharya. They are called Varadatraya. He used to mention that it is not Vishishta Advaita, it is Savishesha Advaita. There is a small school which says it should be called Savishesha Advaita instead of calling it Vishishta Advaita. In fact, we don't find the word Vishishta Advaita in any of the works of Ramanujacharya. It appears later. So, Savishesha Advaita they were calling. It is Nirvishesha Advaita and another one is Savishesha Advaita. So, anything you come across must have an attribute or must have a Vishesha. If the Vishesha is not there, probably you cannot grasp that. That's what we say according to Vishishtadvaita. Then a question arises. Let us say there is a dharma and there is a dharmi. In this dharmi, there is a dharma. While you grasp the dharma, what is the Vishesha in that dharma? Has it got another qualification of its own? This is one of the important points which is discussed in Sutta Prakashika as ordained by Nadadurammal. He says, Dharmena dharmi savisheshaha, dharmina dharmi savisheshaha. Dharma has got apratak siddhi sambandha with dharmi, and dharmi has got apratak siddhi sambandha with the dharma. So dharma is qualified by dharmi, and dharmi is qualified by dharma. Mutually, they qualify each other. So there cannot be anything which is devoid of any vishesha. So the dharma is qualified by dharmi, so what happens? Dharmi becomes the vishesha there. In the case of the dharmi, dharma becomes the vishesha. This is one of the important things which was given by Nadadurammal, and according to his exposition, probably Sutta Prakashikacharya has recorded it in his Sutta Prakashika. My feeling is Sutta Prakashika is an outstanding commentary of Sri Bhashyam just because it has come out of the mouth of Nadadurammal and it is recorded by Sudarshan Suri, that's all. While recording what happens, probably he might have edited and have put it in the proper structure. That's all the contribution of Shruta Prakashikacharya. And another important thing is the commentary tradition should continue forever. Just now, I was discussing with Swamiji, who is the son-in-law of Sri Uttamur Veera Raghavacharya Swami. He was mentioning one important thing. He was telling that the commentary tradition should never stop. It should continue forever. It continues forever. Particularly when I listen to the lectures of Karunakaracharya Swami, I enjoyed so much because he can give the commentary in such a wonderful manner which is acceptable to all the modern people. That means the terms and phrases go on changing and the language also goes on changing. At the same time, when you are giving several examples and drishtantas, etc., even the drishtantas change. Now, when I explain the Panchakosha theory to the modern students, particularly students who are interested in the information technology, I will tell them first compare the computer system with the human system. In the computer system, what do you find? When you purchase a computer, you get the hardware. You get some boxes, etc. It is called hardware. But if the electrical energy does not flow into it, probably it cannot work. Even if the electrical energy flows into it, it cannot work unless you introduce artificial intelligence into that particular computer. So you have accepted three koshas in computer. That is Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Energy Kosha, and also the third one is intelligence, Manomaya Kosha, which is artificially introduced into that. Just compare it to the human system. It is far superior. Human system is far superior compared to the computer system. So when you think of the physical body, which is made out of flesh, blood, bone, etc., etc., it is the hardware. If the pranic energy does not flow into it, it cannot function. Even if the pranic energy flows into it, your CPU should work here. Central processing unit is kept here and the manas should be there. And even if the manas is there, still it cannot work. I will tell you, this is not artificial, it is natural. I asked many students, have you come across a computer which has complained to you? Sir, today I am very much depressed and disappointed. Can you give me some, don't give me any work today? Or does this system say, today I am extremely happy, give me any amount of work I will do? Both these things is not possible in the case of the computer. Why? Then the students say, sir, it doesn't have consciousness, that's why it cannot say like this. Oh, that's what I wanted. So in this way what happens? Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha and Vijnanamaya Kosha can be explained. And if modern people do not accept the Anandamaya Kosha, I am not very much bothered about it. At least if they accept these four koshas, it is wonderful, that's what it is. So from that point of view, what happens? New commentaries have to come because we are in a new context and it should have some relevance. The concepts will be the same. Our roots will be in the past, but our explanations will be in the present and also useful for the future. So I had made up my mind to do something in many of the organizations which I started, bridging the gulf between the past and the present for the future. This is one of my important mottos. So from that point of view, most of these acharyas, whether it is Shruta Prakashikacharya or whether it is Nadadu Rammal or whether it is Ramanuja, they have interpreted the text according to that particular context and in those idioms and phrases which are useful to the people at that time. So from that point of view, the commentary tradition will continue forever. It cannot cease. And then we must draw the inspiration from great persons like Nadadu Rammal and Shruta Prakashikacharya and also Nambilla, etc., etc. So what happens? We know how to interpret them. The concepts will be the same, but the concepts will be presented in the new context in a different manner so that it would be acceptable to all the people. In this way, Nadadu Rammal has contributed so much. He has written more than 15 works. Some people claim he has written 19 works. and the list is provided along with the invitation to you. And only 7 works are available now. All the other works are not available. And in fact, there should be an organization to study the extraordinary contribution of Nadadu Ammal in detail. And then how it developed further, by the successive acharyas. From this point of view, I say his contribution is outstanding. As I said, I am not a great scholar to go deep into the text. On the other hand, I know something about Nadadu Ammal, and I have mentioned that. With these words, I conclude my keynote address. I am extremely happy to be present here, and at the same time, I am beholden to all the people who have given me this opportunity to present a few views about Nadadu Ammal, and I offer my humble pranams to Sadhguru Swamiji also. And he is taking such a wonderful interest in all these things. Just now when I was hearing, it is Jnana Advaita Peetham. In Jnana Advaita Peetham, we are having a seminar on Nadadu Ammal with regard to Vishishta Advaita. It is a very interesting thing. In fact, Shankaracharya himself has mentioned Sharanam Karavani Tavakau Charanau in Vishnu, in Shatpadi, he mentions this particular thing. Probably our Sadhguru Swamiji is trying to put the idea of Shankaracharya into practice, and the Sharanagata Tattva is spreading here. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Respected Lakshmi Tatacharya for very nice keynote address, mentioning very many points that we did not know. Me means people like me who are not in the scholarly circle. Thank you, sir.